done with.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition, bone face?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself, you.
You'd rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, with the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh, bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, bro. I need a PS5.
My nigga.
I feel like homie head should be normal. I have friends that I'll just go over to their house because I want to show off a little bit, and then on the way out, I'll dap them up and act like nothing happened, and we'll just talk like we're homies, because we are.
Y'all, so this dude came in my DM yesterday. He was like, "You're pretty, I'm trying to get to know you." He literally sent me $1,000 just to get to know me. And y'all literally sit here and think I'm gonna get to know y'all for free when somebody just paid me $1K for him to get to know me? Be so for real.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
You know what I love to see? I love to see when the ex leaves and does everything that I asked them to do for somebody else. That just makes me know that I wasn't the issue. It was you. And you realized you was the issue, but you was so goddamn prideful on changing your ways. You rather had changed your partner and then tried to be better for them. That's cool. Listen, God works in mysterious ways, and maybe that was a blessing for me. Maybe that's a blessing for them. However, it brings me peace to know that I was right.
What kind of shit is that?
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.
He ain't lying.
What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you're feeling this shit, I appreciate y'all for tuning in on such short notice. So, salute to y'all who's tuning in. And we're back. Now, I don't know if y'all could please let me know if this sounds okay. We can put a 1 in the chat. But anyway, we're going to keep it going. I had some little technical difficulties, so hopefully this is still a good show. So anyway, of course, we got XL Pro, the moderator of the most. He says, Cash App, $, Cali West 1, like, share, and subscribe. So salute to the righteous fear and salute, fam. So anyway, we can go straight to the topic at hand. Now, of course, y'all know, everybody know who Deion Sanders is, so there's no point in me explaining who he is and his accolades and all the things he have done, as an athlete and as a coach. But what we could all relate to is the fact that, matter of fact, Coach Greg Adams, who was discussing it today on his live stream about the facts of never going back to an ex, never taking an ex back. And I can honestly say, as a man, that I have broken that rule several times. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of times, I could have, just, been a better person and just not even dealt with the chick. But, sometimes you feel a sucker and then you want to go get back in some cheeks and stuff like that. But I had to be honest with myself, and I had to be honest with my subscribers and my viewers that the main reason why, I did that was because I had a scarcity mindset. Yes, I ain't gonna front. I've always had my fair share of women, and, getting sex wasn't never really a hard thing for me. But I must say, sometimes when you're in a relationship with someone and, they give me some really good, even though the relationship was all to the bad, you might want to revisit it, because now, she done put some space and time, and now you might consider getting back with her. Truth be told, this is all the games that they play. They know if they wait around and get back with you after the fact, you're probably more inclined to hear her out and deal with her. And of course, that's just a setup, because we all know an ex is an example of someone you should not be with. So with that being said, we're going to get to Deion Sanders' situation. Now, I'm going to have to segue to IG so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Now, of course, if y'all can see on your screen, and I can make it a little larger, but it clearly shows, it says, Deion Sanders' sons tried to get their dad to walk up with his ex-wife one last time during the introduction, but he disappeared as soon as he popped up.
Emotional damage.
So let's go into the live footage of what went down. Where is it at?
Number 21, Shiloh Sanders. Joined by Deion Coach Brian Sanders. For all of our honorees playing in their final game. And a safety, number 21.
I don't know. You got to catch that. Look again. Look how fast he moves.
Joined by Deion Coach Brian Sanders. For all of our honorees.
Look at that. Look at that right there, bro.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
Yo, let's just be real for a second. Yo, Deion Sanders, he could be 50 plus years old. He could have maybe had an operation, and maybe he's missing his big toe and all that. But guess what? Deion Sanders still got them moves, bruh. Look, Deion Sanders still got the moves. Look how he shook her, bruh. Let me pull it back on the big screen. Look how he shook her, bruh. He shook her like a bad habit. Let me turn down the volume on this so y'all can hear what I can say. He shook her like a bad habit. Choom! Out of there, bruh. So, okay. They're doing a walk. Look how fast Deion, look. Deion Sanders is chilling. Look, he's just chilling. He's just chilling. And then, there you go. Choom! Yo, Deion Sanders, bruh, is not going for the bullshit, bruh. And I salute him. Salute to Coach Deion Sanders, bruh. Hey, bruh. There's no look. He's so successful. You know what? And I love this too for black men. Because black men, you know, truth is we might get wealth and we get money, but we feel that we owe it to being with the woman that was with before. But unfortunately, here's the thing. I have nothing against if you have a woman and she's down for you and she's willing to grow with you and co-sign to what you got to say, because guess what? That's hard to find. Unfortunately, that's not the case with most women. A lot of women change. With that being said, I obviously changed because they obviously got a divorce. And guess what? Deion, he ain't going back to that, bro. He's not. He refuses. He's not going back to that.
Nope.
He's not even going to revisit it. Now, let me go to now, let's see here. Now, with that being said, I think I got a little bit of time to segue to the other discussions at hand. Hopefully I get all my situation worked out. But anyway, let's see here. I'm trying to share some video. How do I do that? Because I ain't gonna lie, y'all, my way of keeping up with content, it kind of has some technical difficulties. So with that being said, I'm essentially trying to use a backup to finish up this discussion. Let's see here. Oh, okay. How do I do it on this? Okay. You know what? I have a backup. Instagram is going to be my backup today. I got about 15 minutes with y'all, and we're going to make it happen. Okay. How are we going to do this? There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, did y'all see this? I don't know if y'all seen this clip. I thought this is hella funny. Check this out.
The nugget.
Let's see here.
That was a good one. Don't try to get me on that. Then I have to.
I don't know if y'all heard what she said, but let me run it back again.
Break up the team. Lou, are you buying that this is the last dance for the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, I'm buying.
Nuggets.
I'm buying. Beta, you're going to be in trouble today.
That's not fair. It's not even a thing. It's not even a word.
Sounded like it.
You would love that.
Nah. I don't know if y'all caught that, but
I'm buying it. All good things come to an end.
I don't like hearing it, though.
And it feels
We didn't
like
like
we didn't like hearing that either.
We sure did. I'm sweating.
It's all right, Vito. You covered in the cloth. I got you. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. She's good.
No, I'm sweating.
But listen, all good things come to an end. And it's just like, again, when you have a championship pedigree team.
Like this, that if the Nuggets don't that was a good one. Don't try to get me on that. Then I have to break up the team. Lou.
Try to get you on that. Lady, you said the ninja word, bro. You said it all the way. Don't front. You said it.
Some of y'all say he go too hard. It ain't that bad. Oh, yes, it is. Now you see. You have cooned so bad that they damn near need to put your face in the dictionary next to the word coon.
I'm going to hospitalize you coons because I care about you. The Dr. Papa Mental Health Hospital for coons.
Yo, I mean, ain't no big deal, but you said that shit, girl. Even if that's not what you meant, girl, you said that shit, all right? You said that shit. You know, there's a possibility that, you know what I'm saying, a brother was in the bedroom with you and he let you use the N-word because that slipped off your tongue so easily. Yeah, you definitely be saying that when you be listening to the rap songs, girl. Yeah, yup. Yeah, you had that one night in college. Yeah, yep, We know what time it is, no bunny. Oh man, don't worry. When I come back Wednesday, my video is gonna be moving fast like I usually do, G. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Now, what else I have for y'all? Oh, this is a crazy situation. Now, Coach Greg Adams also mentioned today about how, one thing that is a hard pill to swallow, especially for men who have daughters, is the fact that the truth is women get started earlier than we think. Check this out. Oh, hold on. My bad. What? Oh, Oh, my. Okay. Oh, Thread got it shady. This is on Threads. So I guess if it's on Threads, I can't play it for y'all. Okay. Now, that's something from the continent right there, boy. Oh, boy. I mean, I'm glad I got through the main event, but Jesus, I'm really going to have to get this situated for real. Matter of fact, let me go to the comment section real quick. I think we have someone commenting. Kimberly Reese says, "What's up, Callie? I love your honesty, and I appreciate you for tuning in, Kimberly Reese. Salute. We definitely appreciate, our women viewers here in the righteous sphere. It is very good to have, the female perspective and females hearing it, and if they have anything to say against it or anything, they're more than welcome to have a nice, humble discourse. But I appreciate you to like my honesty. Now, XO Processed Chocolate Sister, yeah, look. Here's the thing, we multicultural over here. We like all races and creeds. We don't, judge. Kimberly Recess, salute back. I appreciate you. I really do. Now, oh man, you know what? I think I got something. You know what? I just hate when, you put together a show because it's not very easy to do, and it sucks when, your content or your equipment's not working up to par and stuff. But it's okay because we're gonna do it the Cali West way. Now I got another clip for y'all, and I want y'all to check this out. Where's it at? Once I pull it up.
Why are you following me?
What are you doing? What are you doing
Why
here?
are you recording me?
Say hi.
Hi. Hello.
What you doing here?
What you mean what I'm doing here? I told you I was gonna go meet Tiffany.
Oh, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you one more time. What are you doing here?
I already told you I'm going to meet Tiffany.
So, what about Mitchell, the personal trainer? You don't know?
Huh? What?
Huh? You don't know what I'm talking about? Mitchell? No? You know, the one you sent your list to. You don't remember that one?
So you've been going through my phone?
No. I'm Mitchell. I catfish your mother ass. Test you.
What?
I'll try to test you, and I knew your ass for the streets. I knew you for the streets.
Why would you do that?
Why do some shit like that? I can't believe this shit. How the fuck you gonna do this shit to me?
How you gonna do this shit to me?
This shit is wild, man. It's a thing. I was about to make you my wife.
Oh, yeah, right. It's been 3 years,
Oh,
3 years.
3 years. 3 years. And what's this, baby? What's this? What's this, huh? What's that? What's that? Huh? What's that?
Emotional damage.
Baby Miles, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You're a $5. What you gonna do? Meet up with them suckers to come back and kiss me in the mall?
It's not even like that.
It ain't like that, no.
You
You was just talking.
Yeah.
Do you not know that I seen your lips? Sending news is cheating. Did you not know that? Look who we have here, folks.
Why are you focused?
What are you doing? What are you doing
Why
here?
are you recording me?
Say hi.
Ooh. He caught her red-handed, bruh. Now, I must say, salute to Gail at night. She says, hey, at Cali, West Miami. Hey, girl, how you doing? A matter of fact, Mr. Goodbread had reached out to me because, a matter of fact, let me go away from this Instagram for a second. A matter of fact, Goodbread was telling me that you want to have maybe a discussion or something because somebody has been causing trouble. I think that Queen Maker or whatever that chick is, or the Queen of Accountability or whatever. As a matter of fact, I think Queen of Accountability, is that the chick who has the ninja mask on in her thumbnail? I think that might be the chick with the thumbnail with the ninja mask on. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gail at night. But yeah, I remember you from Mr. Palmer's show as well. But yeah, Mr. Goodbread said that you want to hook up with those RC with the RT 2.0 guys, Boss Neff and Boss Ghost. I can make that happen. As a matter of fact, I just been ripping and running ragged a little bit, and I just been a little caught up. But I'm definitely gonna put y'all together. As a matter of fact, I'm probably gonna even get on that tonight and get at them. As a matter of fact, I think I should still have Ghost's number. Yeah, but not. As a matter of fact, he's I think on Facebook too, so I could probably get at him, send him a message as well. Oh, so Gail at night, you said yes, that's her. So Queen of Accountability is the chick with the ninja mask, huh? Oh, okay. You know what? I definitely like to kind of hear about that because she's kind of because she kind of got a little bit of a following. Not that that matters anything, because not that that means shit, but you know what? I kind of thought that she was actually, I don't know. I thought y'all was talking about the Queen Maker. Oh, okay. Gail and I said if he gave you my number, you could give me a call. Yes, I could definitely give you a call. Right, no doubt. You know what? I'll definitely give you a call. I could definitely do that. But I kind of figured that you kind of wanted to talk to the other guys too from RT 2.0 because I guess maybe there was something going on with them, RT 2.0 and the Queen of Accountability, which I actually didn't even know because, of course, I'm sure you know, but or you might not know, but I used to be on their show as well. I used to kind of help out on there. So yeah, I could definitely give you a call and get to hear some little insight and hear what's the lowdown. No doubt. You actually kind of hit me up at the right time too, because this podcast kind of went a little bit array, you know what I'm saying? With my equipment kind of acting up for my content. But yeah, we could definitely, discuss it. That's not a problem. I'm cool with that. You feel me? I definitely like to kind of hear what what y'all got to say. No doubt. Yeah. Now, there was something what else did I want to say in the show? Well, on a lighter note, I don't know, check this out. This is actually kind of a trip. I didn't expect this to happen, but it appears that DDG and what's her name? Haley Bailey. It appears that DDG is going viral for Haley and Halo smelling him. But that's not even really the biggest deal for me because, it's just kind of some little cute play or whatever. But essentially, it looked like they got back together, bruh. They got back together. And DDG, he been kind of honored. He been kind of talking about how you don't know other chick. I guess he got her back. So, salute to them trying to keep their family together. because let's just be real, Kevin Samuels, he was definitely, the man, no doubt, and he was definitely kind of speaking some facts. The only thing is that his message was kind of towards the wrong people. Truth be told, if you want the dating market to get better, we got to start with the young people. We got to keep these young people together. More than likely, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably gonna last. It's probably gonna be short lived, but hopefully they can work it out for the best. Because I definitely like to see younger couples together. You know what I'm saying? So they together, whatever. I guess they do a little thing. But he definitely loves his dad. You know what I'm saying? He enjoys his time with his dad, and I'm quite sure it'd be good for them all to be together. At least until he gets a little older. So, salute to him. There's a lot we could say about her and what she was doing the last couple of months ago, a couple of months or so, ever since she's been single. But that I guess that could be a whole nother topic of itself. But I'm just kind of glad to kind of see them at least try to work it out. Plus, you didn't hear nothing crazy about her being in the streets. So, I mean, let's just be real. All these girls have some type of, they have a lot of things that I guess every woman has something they're ashamed of, and luckily she wasn't the one who got her cheeks clapped on that Swarm episode 1. I don't know if y'all ever seen Swarm, but even if y'all don't want to watch the show, watch season 1, the first 5 minutes. Hey, the first 5 minutes is definitely worth a watch. If you know, you know. Gail at night says, sounds good. I'll be available for the rest of the day. Okay. Now, of course, XL Pro says at Gail, he says, salute, and he gives you your rose. And then Gail at night says, XL Pro, much love. Yeah, that's what's up. See, everybody know each other. I'm the only ninja out the loop, I suppose. We're gonna do some things. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to call you up and get some insight on it, because no lie, I always thought Queen of Accountability was on the men's side. But the thing is, one thing that we know, being disciples of the free agent lifestyle and the righteous fear, we know that it is, and the truth is, any men could do this too, but it's not uncommon for women to pull the heel turn. They'll bait and switch. They'll tell you everything that you want to hear, but then they'll do something else. Kind of like Tyrese's ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, or his baby mama. She's basically leading a lot of men, and she's basically like graping Tyrese in the divorce court. I mean, in the alimony court, or child support court. So go figure. Gail and I says, she said, I met Good Bread and XL Pro through Mr. Palmer. Okay, salute to the Couch Gang and Mr. Palmer. Kimberly Reese says, Damson can clap my cheeks. Old girl was boring, laugh out loud. Hey, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. I'm sure. Look, you know what? I'm sure in that scene that was something for everybody. Luckily, you didn't see any funny things with a man. But I guess for women, all you had to see is chest. But you said that she was boring. You know what? I mean, here's the thing. It all depends on the situation, because less is more. I mean, what a man like, usually what girls do. Face down, ass up. That's the lay we like to, you already know. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. That arch, she had the arch of a demon. You say she was boring, but I don't know, brother, fellas. Y'all might have to see that. To me, she had the arch of a demon. She had the arch of a demon. You know what I'm saying? And, she wasn't just doing the regular, on forest doggy. She had that. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I almost kind of feel like that scene could have been real almost, because there's no way I could be dry humping no chick like that. Like, it's gonna grow, and I'm gonna want to, show her what it do. You feel me? I'm gonna get kicked off the set. Now, Gil at Night says, Couch Gang, salute. Yeah, salute to the Couch Gang. Yeah. Do I got anything else that I want to discuss now that my show has been railroaded? Oh, Now, see, check this out. I kind of thought this was a kind of an interesting situation. So I guess there's this rapper who I never heard of, and I guess he's having issues with his custody or having issues with his baby mama. So check this out.
I want to get you out of there. I got a.
Hold up.
Yeah, where's the kids at?
We're living in a homeless women's shelter for women and children.
Where? Where at? We're homeless and women's shelter.
I don't know yet. I'm driving there now because
You got to tell me what's the address so I can get you out of there.
I don't know yet.
I want to get you out of there. I got an apartment. I got everything going for myself. I got money. I got everything. Where?
Okay.
My baby mother is living with my kids in the shelter, so I want to get them out. Where?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the kids at?
We're living in a homeless women's shelter for women and children.
Where? Where at? We're homeless and women's shelter.
I don't know yet. I'm driving there now because
You got to tell me what's the address so I can get you out of there.
I don't know yet.
I want to get you out of there. I got an apartment. I got everything going for myself. I got money. I got everything. Where?
Okay.
My baby mother is living with my kids in the shelter, so I want to get them out. Where?
Yo, I hate to say this, but bruh, that child support coming, bruh. When a woman decides that she's gonna go and live in a homeless shelter, then just be with you, that's because she's setting it up to go get that Section 8. You get that Section 8, get you on that child support, keep them kids away from you, forever perpetuating the cycle of broken homes. Now, you know, Gail at Night, XL Pro, Mr. Palmer, Mr. Goodbread, they know about this whole little child support story. They know exactly how this goes. And we already know what's going to happen. Look at her. What she's going to do is when she get that Section 8, she's going to be doing all that little tricking and all the little, you know what I'm saying, slot doing, you know. She'll continue being a slot. Yeah, man. You know what, fellas? Let's just be real. We definitely got to watch where we put, you know what I'm saying, our phalluses, bro. Because these are the people that we procreate with and wonder why our kids come about so screwed up. You know, definitely got to think with a bigger head. Gail at Night says, yep, and paternity fraud. Oh, that's another thing, too. Black men, y'all need to start talking about how the baby look like you. And go ahead and get that paternity test. Because guess what? If you want a baby that bad, that baby gonna look like you, even though it might not really not. And I don't know if y'all heard this, but in the South, Black fathers don't even look at the kid until they're about a year old because their features don't usually even kick in anyway. A year or so later, that's when them features really, really, really kick in. And see, Gail King coming to the fact, Gail at Night says DNA test at birth. Facts. You can be slick about it too. When you're holding a baby, they'll go ahead and get a cotton swab or whatever. You could do it. You can even request it at the hospital. But here's the thing. Best thing is if a girl ever resists taking a paternity test, at that point, bruh, you might be off the hook. Now, XL Pro says old folks said if you feed them, they will look like you. Here's the thing. All right. It's kind of funny that old folks mentioned that XL Pro because have you ever heard of like if you get with a woman and y'all like are married for like 10, 20 years or you with somebody for a very long time, they start to take on your traits. So there's some truth to that. I mean, go figure. If a kid gets to kind of be around you, you know, think about it. He's gonna start doing the little subtle things like a woman. the main way you could tell if your girlfriend cheating on you, bro, is if, let's just say, you know, you kind of got with a girl, you kind of notice that she's always kind of stealing your slang, she's always stealing your lingo, she's always wearing your hoodies and stuff like that. Like she's trying to like almost emulate you, but then she start coming with like different languages, like different terms and different lingo and living to different music. More than likely, she's like boning somebody else, bro. You know, I hate to say, oh, or getting boned by somebody else, but that's a common trait. All of a sudden, she likes a certain type of team, or she starts talking talk about a certain subject, or mentioning a certain person at work who's really annoying at work, and he just happens to be a male coworker. Those are indications that a woman might be dealing with another dude. Now, with that being said, on another note, have y'all seen this newscaster in Jacksonville, Florida, that a lot of people have been making a big deal on the internet about? Since I got a little time, let me just show you what I'm talking about. This lady here. Have y'all seen her? But everybody's going crazy over her. Okay. Fit, feminine. I don't know how submissive she is, but she ain't got no tattoos. Not that I mind tattoos, but too many tattoos is indicative of being a slur to me. But look at her. Sexy, sophisticated. Okay. All right. Get him, girl. Exo Pro says he remember her. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Exo Pro says he remember her. I wonder how you know what I'm saying, that how you remember her from.
You want to put that pussy on me, put it on me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if she's anywhere from Florida or Jacksonville, But I ain't gonna say anything disparaging on the lady. Salute to her. She's beautiful. If I had the money, if I could afford her, I'll take her out for a dinner. But anyway, King Creole is in the house. He says Coach Prime teleported out of there. LOL. Facts. Yo, man. Yo, Deion, he might not be that, 20-year-old, 21, 22-year-old, wide receiver or anything like that. But guess what? He still damn near got them moves, bro. He definitely got them rules. And also, Gail at Night, I appreciate the $4 super sticker. I appreciate you. Every dollar counts, y'all. It all goes to equipment and goes back into this. It goes right back into this show. I don't take that money and go buy. I don't buy shoes with it. I don't buy trees with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even go buy a cheeseburger with it. All that goes right back into, perfecting my stuff. Because like I said, I'm planning to come really, really live in 2025. Maybe not at January 2025, but guess what? Just know, y'all, 2025, y'all gonna see some good changes, positive changes. Nothing negative. It's always gonna be positive and always for the good. And hopefully, not even hopefully, because we don't live in hope here. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach Greg Adams says, we don't live in hope here. So we don't live in the hope strategy over here. And with that being said, man, like, we can keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Gail and I says, you don't be tricking off like O'Shea. You know what? It's funny to say that because, I used to have a lot of respect for that man. But, with that being said, hey, I ain't gonna front Gail at Night. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind putting I get him by the hook of the crook. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm good enough to get him off my face. And, if all else fails, hey, I might be able to fix a bind or two, pay a bill. Oh, I just realized this cup right here, the reason why it's coming up, look, you see that, y'all? his cup is coming invisible because I got the summer edition red bull, and because it's green, the green screen is like making it like I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, it's not making it green. That's tight. Anyway, back to what you were saying though, Miss Gail. At night. Hey, I'm the one. Hey, I'll be the first one to admit that, yo, I get them by the hook of the crook. Hey, I ain't saying I never fixed a couple of binds. Truth be told, I don't pay. I don't pay. I don't pay them. You know what I'm saying, to lay with me. You know what I'm saying. I pay them. I pay them to avoid all the nonsense. Hey, if you got a problem, I can solve it. You feel me? And I have to be honest with you, it seems like when you're willing to contribute and kind of help towards a woman's bills, or not saying her bills per se, but if you kind of be a little generous, you don't have to go through all the issues with monogamy and being in a relationship. Because I have to be honest with you, I don't offer monogamy, so it's almost easier just to kind of just have friends with benefits and just so I guess I could be called a trick, I guess, but not saying necessarily I leave with my wallet either. But hey, read this. Sometimes, hey, instead of taking a girl out a meal, hey, I could pay a phone bill. Shit. Now, XL Pro says my cup got tequila. Facts, no doubt. Yeah, XL Pro. I ain't gonna lie. I like to have a good drink, but I haven't been drinking lately, man. As a matter of fact, I didn't even drink on Thanksgiving. I'm probably gonna have maybe some eggnog tonight, but I don't really drink like I used to, man. Shit, I even thought about even cutting back on smoking trees. But yeah, my drinking days, them days is kind of down. I do it on occasions, but I don't really drink no more. But salute to you having your drink, and you know what I'm saying, one of these nights, maybe I'll bring some Don Julio, and maybe I'll have a toast with you. Now, Caillou Cool Kid, the villain, says my homie is moving up with the green screen. LOL. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, I had a green screen for the longest, but it's all good. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Basically being chivalrous. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, read this. Nothing's wrong giving chivalry to a woman who deserves it, or at least a woman who at least acts like she deserves it, or at least act like she's willing to get that treatment. Hey, it is what it is. Like, let's just be real. From a nature standpoint, men provide. And I'm not saying that, oh, man, that means be a sucker and just give her all your money. It got to be, within, it got to be within reason. Like, let's just be, I'm not telling y'all I'm not promoting any purchasing of any people or anything like that. All I'm just saying is that nothing's wrong with helping out somebody. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with helping out. Now, if that's going to be, like I said, if y'all want to know about that, go check out Coach Greg Adams' Locals channel. He'll tell you all about that game. Now, Gail at Night says, yeah, just being straight up where you both have an understanding. Facts, like, and like not all women, some women are willing not to deal with monogamy. They're willing to understand that. And I'm willing to deal with a chick who's not really monogamous for me either, because to be honest with you, half the time, y'all not, The truth is, men are just slappier at cheating or not being monogamous. Women are just better at it. Now, Caillou Cool Kid, the villain, says, I learned long ago, if you're being naturally genuine stuff, you will always get what you want, and it will be more natural. Right. You always kind of want it from, that's the thing too, you always kind of want it from an organic level. Like when I say, like, if I was considered a trick, maybe to some degree I could be considered a trick. Like, for example, if I know to have a good time or bedroom fun with someone, instead of trying to do my slow pimping way of trying to do my best to try to like go and like try to go beg her for some, or try to like do my slow way of trying to like take her out and take her on cheap dates and stuff like that, I might as well just say, hey, let's just stop. I don't care what you do with the money. Look, you got a problem, I can solve it. You feel me? Shoot. Sometimes these women, they'll just have fun with me just to have fun with me. And guess what? Just so I don't feel guilty because I didn't take them out on a date, make sure I give them some money. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they could pay, they could pay their light bill or something like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? They could go ahead and, or maybe they could go out with their girlfriends and, they could at least, buy the first few drinks, something, because, you never want anyone to feel like they, dating, they feel like, you never want someone to feel like they owe you something, especially a woman. You feel me? So yeah, no doubt. Like it definitely got to be from an organic level. Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know who I was discussing this with the other night. I forgot, and I really wish I remembered who I was discussing it with because they definitely need to get their props on this. It might have been Antoine Price from Facebook, but he mentioned that most of the time you deal with a woman, even if she quote unquote likes you, she probably likes you for a reason. Like for example. Some women like me because I'm fun to be around. I smoke. When I do hang out with females and I'm in a controlled environment, I'll even drink. They know I like to pop bottles too. When it's time and appropriate. They know I like strip clubs. You know, they know. They know I like to have fun and do stuff. They know I'm kind of on the wild side. When it comes to the ladies, I could be definitely a freak, you feel me, or whatever, or or whatnot. And and they know I'm not very judgmental. That's one thing. Even though I be talking this RP shit, I'm not very judgmental in person. In person, for the most part, you could be a whole 304 and be this. I'm still gonna treat you with, as much respect as I can possibly. But, I ain't gonna marry you or probably be eating your box, but. We could definitely, probably have fun or still be cool. Now, Caillou Kid, the villain says, you're talking about me, LOL. I hope so, G. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. Like, great minds think alike. And truth is, that's how it should be. Like, 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 I just kind of feel like I'm not really big on front. That's why you don't hear me really talking big shit or nothing like that. Or talk about, how fine these girls are, or how fine these girls I be having and stuff like that. I ain't gonna front. Every now and then, I'll pull a little, I'll pull a quote unquote baddie or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatnot. Oh shit. Caillou Kukid, the villain says, I'm Antone. Oh shit, salute, bruh. Okay. Well, I'm glad you came on I'm glad you came on to the YouTube portion of it. Salute. Much respect for the shout out. No doubt. Hey man, I don't be forget nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is in the righteous sphere. You know what I'm saying? I don't forget about nobody here. Now, let's see here. What else? Now, yeah, man, like a matter of fact, we were talking about yesterday, or was it on Sundays? Whatever that day that was I was on, I think it was Saturday. We were talking about the fact that, like, like even if you deal with a chick, even who quote unquote like you, she like you for a reason. She like you because you look good, you look good to be around, She like you because, maybe she like you because she ain't got no man right now. She ain't got no man, so what I'm saying, she gotta get with somebody, and guess what? You just happen to be the next, goofy in line. So it's like, okay, you would do. It's kind of like that Dave Chappelle skit when the dudes, they're both like, there was a drunk chick at the bar, and she was like, I need a man. And like the Dave Chappelle and the other dude and what's that dude's name? What's that dude's name? I forgot his name. That boy Ashley Larry was both trying to fight to get to her. The truth is, she didn't say she wanted them. She didn't say that she needed a tall man or a short man. She was just so drunk, she just needed a man. And at this point, sometimes you was even all that. You just happened to be the dude who was vocal enough to get the poontang. And that's kind of why, no lie, that's why that gift of gab did kind of work a lot, before 2012, before the whole IG and whole social media, because a lot of men are scared to this day. A lot of men are still scared to kind of tell a woman the truth. And when I say the truth, at least, some men are at least scared to even have just a regular conversation with a woman. So, it'd be like that. And Caillou Kid, he says, situations will always dictate. Facts. Of course. No doubt. It definitely does. Like, but it's like even when you get down to the molecular level, even if a girl likes you because she thinks that you're handsome. Okay, she thinks you're handsome because there's a possibility that maybe she's having baby babies and she might want to duplicate you. You know, maybe it's not really about you. Maybe it's about having a kid, someone who loves you unconditionally. Because guess what? Women, when they have children, they do think about the unconditional love. Because guess what? You and her might not work out, but her and that kid always have a connection. Usually 9.9 or 9.8 times a mother, whether she's a good mother or not, is still gonna have a good relationship with kids because these people came from her womb. You feel me? So so especially in the black community. Now, with that being said, yes, these chicks will deal with you for the right situation. And and it comes from a biological, comes from a biological need. You know, like Coach Greg Adams says, to avoid getting eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, she had to be willing to give the caveman a little trim. You feel me? If he wasn't gonna get no trim, that was gonna be, she was gonna have to fend for herself. Probably, get deleted. So guess what? What's the better alternative than getting deleted? Would be to hide behind a man who has a spear, fire, stuff that scares away, saying the saber-toothed tiger and the saber-toothed bear and all that stuff, right? So let's see here. Do I got anything else I wanted to show y'all? You know what? Let's talk about this. You notice that when you give it a girl, like, here's the thing. As men, blah. Oh, Caillou the kid, the villain says, bless you. Killer Knight says, bless you. I bless y'all too. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all so generous and so sweet. And I appreciate y'all. I mean, when I say sweet, I meant the lady. Caillou the kid, he's my dog. He's looking out, making sure your boy's straight. Now, with that being said, now here's the thing. As a man, men, we like women. Here's the thing. No matter how heavy or how quote unquote not attractive a woman could be, there's always going to be a man who's attracted to him. Now, but do you notice that when it comes to women, I guess women could say the same thing about men, but when it comes to women, it's like, if she has like big breast, she's not going to have much backyard. And if she has a lot of backyard, there's a possibility that she has, not much on top. And if she does have on top, she probably doesn't have a face. Nobody's perfect. They can't have it all. With that being said, look at this here. This is kind of a little bit surprise. I mean, it's still kind of oversized, but still a surprise. Check this out. Yo, them knockers is bigger than her whole body, bro.
Tell you everything I don't see.
I ain't gonna lie though. The backyard ain't too bad though. The backyard ain't too bad. You see, she got a little bit of a belly though. There's no way that she could have them big ass titties and ain't no belly holding them titties up. Them some big ass titties. Like, I wonder if she was like to maybe work out, like maybe her stomach go down and titties will go down. Because how is she carrying around them titties, bro? Like, that's a lot of titty, bro. And the question is, yeah, it looks sexy, but the question is, do those fall down to her? Do they fall down to down there to her fupa when she take off that bra? Because that's a bra and a tight shirt. Like, that's definitely wow. That's a lot. The backyard don't look that bad though, actually. Women from the continent. One thing I can definitely say is Africa's houses, they don't actually look pretty bad. They look actually pretty decent. They came out telling us Africa is like all, people, walking around with flies in their eyes and stuff like that on their face. But mind you, it's a little better than, what they're telling us. That's why I like showing videos from a woman from the continent. Now, check out what this chick had to say. And, you know, we ain't judging right here, but let's see what this lady got to say.
Anyway, so I want to know, well, 7 o'clock. Obviously, say he's going to be home around 8:30. And people from DM with us grumpy. It's that time of the month, when in a mood. Everybody that was getting close out today. Yes, Annabelle, Princeton, everybody. Anyway, we get up and I go and like Steph and DM me and do something. So, we're going to do jerk turkey neck. And then, we cook rice and peas, the peas upon the pots. And then we're going to clean up the room now. And then we're going to wash out some clothes. Then we're going to bed, fix up myself, and look decent before hubby get home. I'm going to do all of that in an hour and a half. Food not going to be ready by the time we come, but you get the gist. That's it. I'm going to keep that. Anyway, so.
Girl, you're going to get me in trouble with that damn music. Now, I must say, you know, maybe that's not really the type of woman that y'all might be looking for, but that doesn't matter because, you know, somebody finds her to be attractive. She's not a bad looking chick. She's just not what most men are looking for. You know, probably because of her size or probably how she, you know, whatever. But her mindset, whoever's with her, he's happy with her. And that's all that really matters. I don't know. The only thing is a little bit of red flags, like her, you know, like the fact that she has this really, really big arm tattoo or all over to her, almost from her breast to her, like she got sleeve going to her breast. That's usually an indication of some type of pain or trauma. So I don't know if that's his baby mama or what, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But at least you got the right idea because guess what? She could be talking some chicken ass stuff. We done seen girls who look worse than her. Or I'm not saying that she looks terrible. We done seen women who didn't look, you know, who were worse and they were talking some crazy, greasy shit. Now, Caillou Kukid, the villain, says, my thought is a woman may not consider attractive to every man. However, it only matters to how her man finds her attractive. She only needs to stay attractive for her man and his eye. Facts. And you know what? And the truth is, I almost kind of feel that, you know, especially the sisters in the community, I kind of feel like sisters, y'all kind of missed out on a great opportunity. Because the truth is, I think the chick who brought me to the red pill, you know what? I mentioned Coach Greg Adams at least 3 or 4 times today. But yo, Coach Greg Adams kind of brought a point. He said, most of the chicks who kind of put you on, who made you come to the red pill and look for answers in the first place, he said they weren't model chicks. These weren't IG baddies. These were usually like slump busters or the chick that you had feelings for. And we look at their pictures, you end up kind of realize they wasn't all that. The chick who brought me onto the red pill, and I ain't gonna lie, I done had my fair share of women, bro. I had my fair share of women, I would say maybe for 2 lifetimes. With that being said, the chick who brought me to the red pill was like a 40-plus-year-old, like single mother with like 2 grown ass, like damn near, no, not damn near. Them kids was grown with 2 grown ass mother loving kids, bruh. That's who brought me to the red pill, bruh.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
But you know, yes, on the surface, yeah, she sound whack, but hey, when you get caught up in some, you know, some good poom, and you know, everybody's kind of, you know, and everything's kind of all right, and you know, it's usually it's usually when things go bad in a relationship. Hey, it's usually when things go bad in a relationship, that's when you start noticing all the red flags. Like, okay, like, what am I dealing with? You know, so I got to deal with your kids, and then you ain't even acting right. And then, like, you know, it's only then you start kind of opening your eyes a little bit, kind of like, okay, you know what? Yeah, like I'm tripping. I need answers. Like I need a better life. And I can honestly say, I think one of the reasons why I kind of got with her is because I ain't gonna lie. she had to look that like, I'm into girls who natural hair. She had these long dreadlocks down to her back, caramel, really big booty. Matter of fact, she was technically a fat girl, but she, a lot of big girls. There are not a lot of big girls. There are some big girls who they know how to carry it. You know what I'm saying? They know how to put on the Spanx right. And I ain't gonna front. She had, like I said, she had a big booty, and she had a pretty face and a big booty. That's all I needed. A pretty face, big booty. You know what I'm saying? And she was giving me an abundance of cheeks. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, she wasn't no good. She wasn't no dime piece who ended up breaking my heart. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done messed with plenty of other chicks before and after her who looked way better than her. But guess what? Man, our endorphins, something in us, something that God put into us, even though we're tough and we could fight wars and fight and, we could take another man's life and stuff like that and this, that, and the other. For some reason, I think maybe Scarface even mentioned it in a song about how to make a man cry. It's like a man being heartbroken. Not even so much that someone stole his stash of dope. Not so much that, he got robbed or got arrested by the police. No. He be crying when he find out that his girlfriend is like getting her cheeks clapped by another dude, bruh. And y'all know it's true, bruh.
Emotional damage.
Mm-hmm. It be real, man. Like, man, we go through a lot. We go through a lot. And, and the truth is, I almost kind of feel like it might be men's fault because men don't care about men other men. Men usually don't care about men's problems until they have that same situation. Until that situation, that's when they want to care. That's why when Tyrese was trying to get everybody to the courthouse for his child support hearing, nobody was trying to hear that because Tyrese ain't never made a track about not being on child support. He ain't never went to no child support rally. He ain't never talked about that. He was just a sucker for Love Ninja, and then when it hit him in his pockets where it hurt, now he want everybody to come to his defense, bro. But unfortunately, that's not how it works.
Really him. You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
You know what? I'm supposed to be checking out, but since I got a few of y'all checking in and watching this video, I might as well show y'all a little Snow Bunny. Where's she at? Where's she at? Now, Cherie Tahid says it shows he is petty and selfish, period. It was about his sons. Oh, really? We're gonna get to you in a second. We're gonna get to you, Miss Cherie Tahid. And she also says he embarrasses sons. Interesting. You know what? I'll be more than welcome to kind of deep dive in this again. It's ironic because this IG page right here with this Snow Bunny says black women are all magic. What? Oh boy. Okay, bro. All right. Right. Caillou Kid, the villain says Snow Bunny alert. Yeah. Yeah, that was a little hottie. But for everybody else who's tuning in, we might have to review this this Coach Prime Time Deion Sanders thing again, bro. Okay. Cherie Tahid says it shows that he was petty and selfish, period. It's about his sons. What is about his sons? You talk about the fact that they're walking out? Well, look, I don't know if you understand what a divorce is, but guess what? If she had to get alimony or she had to get child support or he had to pay her off, Essentially, most divorces are lawsuits. If she would have just said, "Hey, you know what? We're no longer in love. Let's part ways," and she went about her life and didn't take money from that man would be kissing her on her forehead right then and there. But guess what, ma'am? A divorce, aka a lawsuit, makes friends enemies. Okay, make family members hate each other. All right. So you know what? And at the same time, his son's embarrassed himself. Who said he wanted them to be all together? He don't want. Look, beat this. He didn't embarrass him. He did his walk. At this point, it was about time that it was about to start the game, and I guess she tried to come into it in the middle of fact, and he just kind of found another way to talk to somebody else and avoid her. And I salute him for that. Now, Caillou Cool Kid says the villain says they must be putting something in the Starbucks. They must be. But here's the thing: the truth is, they never. The truth is, unfortunately, most women are like Gail by night. They're not like Dallas D. You know what I'm saying? They're not like Pearly. What's the name? Pearly Gates or Pearly Things. They don't understand the plight of men because the truth is, they don't care about men. Hell, I just said men don't even care about men, and women don't care about men either. And here's the thing: a woman could. And here's the thing, there's many women. And I feel that they're just plain ignorant because the truth is, a lot of these women know what's up it is to be a man. They just don't care because it's not their job to be a man, so they don't have to worry about it. As far as they're concerned, not my job. Caillou Cool Kid, the villain, says if she didn't hit his pockets, he would have gladly gave her money and kept taking care of her. I believe that as well. But guess what? We all look. Here's the thing: we all know. Like you know what? We all know how it played out. We all know how it played out, and y'all could do your research. We all know how this plays out. These chicks never walk away without anything. They all feel entitled to have something. Man, I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was XQC or who it was. Not XQC, but one of these guys, one of these content creators. I think it might have been XQC. I think like he was married to a chick for like a year or two, and like he basically almost had to give up his McLaren or something like that because she essentially said that was her car, even though it wasn't in her name or anything. But she just kind of claimed that it was his, just to kind of, to screw his life up. And mind you, they haven't even been married for like 2 or 3 years, and he is like going through. I think he's still going through a divorce for his stuff. And mind you, they haven't even married for 10 years of lifetime alimony. But guess what? It's all the cash grab. It's all about the money. Even when a woman marries you, especially when a woman marries you, it's definitely about the money. Because guess what? How many women are going to marry a man and then move him into her crib? Huh? How many women are going to do that? How many women are going to do that? And I don't want to hear. Nope. And I don't want to hear nothing about what they're going to do for Pookie or whatever. Well, Pookie, he gets to live in there. Well, guess what? Are you Pookie? Are you Chad or Tyrone? Huh? Are you Derek or Devontae?
What kind of shit is that?
So don't worry about what's going on with the few men who get to be homosexuals. You'd be surprised. They don't have much going on for themselves other than that chick. Now, Gail and I says I have to go and get dinner. Hit me up when you get close. Good night, everyone. Salute for checking in. Yeah, we just kind of shooting the shit a little bit because I still got heads coming through. So we was chatting. I kind of want that Sherry chick to kind of talk a little bit more. Maybe she could even get on. Maybe she could even go on. Maybe she's willing. She could even have a debate with me before we close up. But I appreciate you for tuning in, Gail, at night. Appreciate you. You're always more than welcome here, and I'll definitely hit you up, no doubt. Now, yeah, man, I definitely would like, Miss Sherry Tahid, to kind of even, well, she don't have to. It's all good. I ain't trying to put you on the spot, girl. But I appreciate you for tuning in or even showing your insight. But that just kind of goes to show women don't care about what men go through or how men feel or, the plight of men got to go through. They don't care. At the end of the day, as long as they're getting what they're supposed to get from us, They don't care what happens. And the truth is, that's how it is in war too. Truth is, people kind of believe that, oh, you know, if war happens, stuff like that, that these women are gonna stand up for us and they're gonna want to go to war and fight with us. No, women will just go hide, and guess what? If it just happens that the barbarian or the conqueror, shout out to Coach Greg Adams, comes and he wants to go and he wants to go, they want to go be in power. Guess what? Those women are gonna be, they're gonna be, you know, succeeding them and blowing them off. You feel me? Just like that. Now, Caillou Kid then says, the son wanted what they wanted, but that's not what Deion wanted. The son did not enter that stage in his life like his father. Oh, facts. Hey, major facts. Salute to that. Yo, that is a fact. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of glad that you mentioned that because that's so true. Like, yo, salute to that. The reason why that's so important is because of the fact that, see, these guys, they look at things black and white. And here's another two. These guys, I'm sure they're intelligent young men, but, they're jocks. Their job is to be, an athletic machine on this field, right? And truth is, they don't have enough life experience to understand that, you know what? There's a lot of layers to it. What they don't see is the gap. Like, here's the thing. You don't know here's the thing. No man understand women until you live with a woman. Until you live with a woman, and I ain't talking about living with your mama or living with your sister. It is different when you live with a woman that you're sleeping with. When you live with a woman that you're sleeping with, you'll see how the dynamics change. You'll see because everybody think that, oh, you got a woman who live with you, that you getting sex 24/7. Hey, most men who live with a woman, for the frequency of the fact that they sleep next to this woman every night, they are not always getting that thing. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Believe me. And I'm gonna be honest with you too. You know what I'm saying? For a man who has definitely been living with a woman, who lived with plenty of women, like, girlfriends before, I can honestly say that having in the house ain't always cracked up what is always cracked up to be. Because, of course, just like Caillou Kid, the villain says, like, you never enter the stage of life where you see a woman who's like with you and then she start acting funny, or she's like, it's like now you want to do it to her, but then now she don't want to do it to you, and you don't want to be playing all these goofy games and stuff and all that. Like, they don't understand that. They don't understand that grasp yet. And Caillou Kid, the villain says, "Good night, Gail. Sleep well." Right. But at the end of the day, like, at the end of the day, these young men, they don't understand. They just kind of what they don't remember is how she was being disrespectful, when they wasn't around, and how she was acting funny with her poontang. And the truth is, that's what. See, the thing is, it's, I guess it's our parents' business why they may or may not have worked out. But what you don't see is you see your mom, and you love your mom because you see your mom as this nice, sweet lady, right? But you don't know what she was doing. You don't know whether she was holding out on your dad or not. You don't know whether, you know what I'm saying? Feed this. And trust me, even if she tells you that she didn't hold out, trust me, she held out. Because we all know women hold out. We know women who are nymphomaniacs who decide to hold out for whatever reason. So, y'all got to put that into perspective. Now, Caillou Kid, the villain, says, shoulder the burden if you want. It's quite heavy. Hey, facts. But, hey, but at the same time, I think men they gotta just get, they just gotta not stop falling for the okie doke. Because everything that women do is always for their benefit. And I'm gonna just tell you this right now. I'm almost scared when a girl calls me to want to do something. Because I'm kind of like, how calculated it is. It's like, even if a girl tells me, oh, she want to go out to this nightclub or she want to go to this place. My question is, like, who's going to be there? Like, she could trust me, these women, they'll go, even if it's your girlfriend, she'll know that her ex-boyfriend is there and she'll want you to go there just so you can show off that she's with somebody. These women are petty. They'll get you set up to be, to get fucked up. I don't like that PNB Rock situation. Who's to say that, she was the one who wanted to go to that hood spot? Man, look, I'm from LA, and I don't even go to that Roscoe's that PNB Rock lost his life at. And I can honestly say this too. Shoot, that chick probably knew some dudes from high school who was probably going to be over there, and she was probably trying to show off that she was with PNB Rock. And guess what? Her showing off that she was with PNB Rock ultimately ended up leading to lose his life. So like I said, women are very calculated. When women tell me what they want to do, or they tell me what play they want to do, like depending on what the situation is. Like they tell me, Wu-Tang Clan is gonna be coming out, and she know I'm a Wu-Tang Clan fan. That's one thing, but she just want to kind of go to some spot, or all of a sudden she want to go somewhere. Man, it might be an alternative motive why she might want to go there. Not necessarily that she even want to get you hurt, but still, it might just be within her benefit. Maybe she wants you to go somewhere because so you could pay for it. Pay for the venue. As a matter of fact, I don't know if y'all know, but your boy on the dark side. And I'll probably end off with this. There was let's just say there was a private gathering, right? And it had to deal with, the opposite sexes, sexes, being attracted and meeting up and mingling, right? That being said, these things, they cost money to put together, just like any other function at the club or whatever. So with that being said, the men are expected to contribute. So this chick who I guess was, this chick who was kind of feeling me or whatever, and I kind of thought about it smashing, but it ended up never happening. I guess, she ended up probably getting smashed by somebody else. Long story short is, she ended up hitting me up like, hey, my homegirl need a date to the spot. And I wasn't planning to go to the spot. And I knew the spot was going to cost some money. So I didn't mind spending. But I was like, okay, well, your homegirl got to spend on it. And then she told me like, well, the guy's the one who's supposed to pay. Well, I was like, well, I don't know your homegirl from Canada pay, one. Two, I ain't never even, she ain't even my girl. So why am I paying for somebody if in the essence they need somebody to go with? If anything, hey, if anything, go split seas or something like that if you don't want to go by yourself. Not go by yourself. I would rather pay double for myself than to pay for somebody and then not even, not saying that, not saying that I pay for poontang per se, but no, I'm not going to go pay for stuff for people who don't even know. And I just end up ignoring the whole conversation. Now, Caillou Kuka, the villain, says, I stay hidden for a reason. I don't go nowhere. I enjoy the comforts of my home too much. Facts. And here's the other two. I like to kind of get out too. I ain't going to say that I never go out and do nothing, but guess what? It's very good to kind of just chill up in your crib. And guess what? When you have your own spot and you're comfortable and you can chill, you don't even really want to go out because you don't pay so much money to have this nice place. Now, he said she invited you, therefore she's supposed to pay. Exactly. Exactly. But see, here's the thing. See, me, that's one thing about me. I've always been kind of the person who's kind of always wants to kind of meet someone halfway. Like, okay, you don't have to pay all the money. I'll go split seas with you, but you're not even trying to go split seas. Nothing. Like, I didn't hear, I got some gas money. Oh, Ninja, do you smoke? Do you drink? At least I got the liquor. Anything, nothing. I'm just supposed to pay this because I'm the dude. Yo, you know how I feel about these crazy labels, what I'm saying? Especially in 2024 for someone who's not even my chick.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So, once again, it's Cali West. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. I'm Cali West. I'm gone. Peace.